Hey everyone, hey folks, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, how has your week been? We've almost reached the end of August. Like, where has 2021 gone? Wow. But yes, I'm back again with another video. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to name this video, but it's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about self. I'm going to be delving into the topic of self-image, self-confidence, self-respect, self-trust, self-love, self-esteem. So my first question, I'm just going to throw out there, is who are you? Who are you? How would you describe yourself? The other day I was on a mastermind course that I'm doing, and the question was, who are you? And you always have these questions thrown at you, sometimes in interviews, but you know, with interviews, you prep yourself, you sort of warm yourself towards it, and you come up with all these fancy words to say at the interview. But when it's thrown at you straight, like randomly, you haven't planned for it, sometimes you take a pause. And why is it that we automatically think of our weaknesses, or we automatically think of the negative traits of ourselves? Why do we do that? And so, who are you? How do you see yourself? What is your self-worth or self-value? What do you know about yourself that you can offer the world? Because if you remember in my first video about me, I mentioned that I'm a piece out of a big puzzle, out of the full picture. And that's the same for you. You are a piece of the big puzzle. And so if your piece is missing, the picture won't be complete, right? It won't be complete. And so, but in terms of who you are, is your piece, is it curved? Have you got a sharp edge to you? Like, what do you say about yourself? It's so unfortunate that a lot of what we say about ourselves is based off the mistakes that we've made, the failures that we've made, where we haven't reached, rejection, how we've been rejected by friends, how we've been rejected in relationships, how we've been rejected in a team, whether that be in work, in the community, whatever you do for leisure, rejection from a job offer, rejection from parents. That is such a big one. That's probably most people's first experiences of rejection, is rejection from their own parents, rejection from siblings, right in the household. It's unfortunate that we base our self-image and self-worth based off those things. But we fail to see how far we can go. We fail to see our potential and how much we can grow. Do you have a growth mindset, or do you have a fixed mindset? Is it the fact that, okay, I've been through this, I've gone there, and this is who I am, I can't change? Or are you about being the best version of yourself? Are you intentionally trying to grow? There's a book I'm reading at the moment. It's actually called The 15 Valuable Laws of Growth by John Maxwell. And some of what I may say today may unconsciously come from there. But these are also things that I've been through and that I've experienced and that I want to share with you, because there's so much more that you can achieve, no matter your age, no matter your race or ethnicity, no matter your ability or disability. There is so much for you to do here on earth. Like they say, the richest place on earth is the grave. Why? Because there's so many dreams and aspirations that weren't pursued, and people have died, and all that they could offer to the world wasn't offered. And where is it? It's in the grave. So, but why is it important? Why is it even important that you see yourself in a good light? Should it matter? And the question is, yes, it really matters. It really matters, because the way you see yourself is how far you will go. So if you see yourself at this level, that's all you will perform, is that level. But it actually, the max is here. And so if you see yourself at this level, there's no way that you can perform at that level. So you have to see yourself in a higher esteem, with higher worth, with higher value, with virtue, in order for you to act in that way, to be in that way, to grow to that level. You cannot outperform your self-worth. You cannot outperform your self-image. You just can't. It's not possible. So it all starts with how you see yourself. And I've got a few tips here today. I believe I've got 5 tips that I have that I want to share with you all today to help you to start to boost how you see yourself. And for me, personally, first and foremost, my self-love comes from the fact that I know and believe and have faith that I'm loved by God. I believe that he created me, and I believe that I've been shaped in his image, and I believe that I am where I'm supposed to be. I could be further, but where I am now, all the good things that I have come from God. That is my belief, that is my faith. And on this channel, yes, I will speak about faith, because that is my foundation. But with that being said, I have some tips here today. So what are the words that you say to yourself? What is your self-talk? When you look in the mirror, who do you see and what do you see? Do you see your past mistakes? Do you see and hear the labels that have been labeled from you, from teachers? You will never make it. You talk too much. You're always distracted. You can't take that course. You're ugly. You won't get far in life. You're annoying. I can't stand you. Are those the things that constantly go through our mind? And rejection is a topic that I'm definitely going to treat in another video separately, because that's such a big topic. And I know I've mentioned it before that I'm going to do a video on rejection, and I haven't yet, but I definitely will do. So if you really want to see that video next, definitely leave a comment down below about a video on rejection and just the harmfulness of rejection, in totality. It's such a painful place to be. But yes, what are the words you say about yourself? So the first tip is to guard the words you say to yourself. When you make a mistake, when you don't make a goal for the day, when something negative happens to you, what is your response? And what do you say back to yourself? Do you say, gosh, I'm always left out? Do you say, I'm not worthy to be a good friend, I'm not a good friend? Do you say, gosh, I'm such a horrible partner, I'm such a horrible wife, I'm such a horrible husband, I'm such a horrible mother, I'm a horrible sister? Do you beat yourself up with your words? So the first thing is you need to change your words around. Fake it till you make it. In terms of the words that you say, I mean. So the words you say, you may not, your mind may doubt those positive words, but you have to interrupt those negative thoughts with positive words of affirmation about who you are. I get a lot of my affirmations from the Word of God. But what are the affirmations that you have created for yourself, that you know that you want to be, that you want to become this person? I am loved. I am successful. I go for what I reach for the stars. The sky is my limit. I am not my failures. I didn't meet my goal today, but actually I celebrate the goals that I have met today. You celebrate those small wins, celebrate the things that you have done well. Refocus. And so you need to protect the words that you say to yourself. You can't control what other people say to you, for sure. People will always say mean things and unconsciously or treat you in a way where you do feel rejected or you don't feel validated or approved. But you can control what you say about yourself. So change those words to words of life. Because words are filled with energy, it's filled with power, it's filled with authority. The words that even I'm saying now hold so much weight. And so the words that you say about yourself have to change to become words that are life-changing. So protect and guard your self-talk. And get into the mirror and start to say the things that you want to be. Not necessarily what other people are, but you want to be for yourself, because you know that it will take you further in life. And then secondly, The second tip is to not compare yourself. Haven't you heard that so many times? But it's something that you have to keep hearing till you start doing. We cannot compare ourselves. I've been there. Occasionally I still do it unconsciously. I may compare the way someone is treating someone else compared to myself. I do that a lot, and it's so harmful. I can never be A. I can never be B. Sorry, I'll be A. I can never be B, and I can never be C. So I'm not going to lose hair and sweat over it because I will never be B or C. But I can be perfectly A because that is who I am. A and then line across. I can't be a B curved or a C curved as well. I'm an A. And A is, how A looks, right? So I can never be A. So I cannot place my standard, right? Or measure my success or measure my failures based off B or C. I just can't. It will just be, it's a game that you will set yourself up to fail if you're constantly comparing yourself. Accept now that you're not B and C and that you're A, and accept all the good things that come with being A and be the best version of A. So stop comparing yourself. They say that comparison is the thief of joy, and it truly is. It truly is. Stop comparing yourself. And then thirdly, you have to move past those beliefs that you've had from young. Remember I did the video on negative core beliefs, right? Core beliefs are assumptions that you have automatically to a negative situation. So when a negative situation arises and your first response is that belief that's been ingrained in you from a child. So there's some unlearning to do and some new learning to do about those limiting beliefs that you've placed on yourself. You need to change your belief system. You literally have to change what your beliefs are. Change them to suit who you are today and who you intend to grow into, because you have a potential and your potential can't stay there. It needs to be utilized so that you can be that best version. So you literally have to move past those negative core beliefs, those limiting beliefs that you've had for yourself. You need to change it. You need to unlearn them and learn new beliefs about yourself and who you can be. Because it's not what people told you, it's what you tell yourself. So if you've believed all the negative things and you failed to believe all the positive things, then it's ultimately it's going to affect you. It won't affect anyone else, right? Isn't it so sad that people can abuse us? People can abuse us, put us down, and these negative words can affect us. But it's us that it's affecting. Yes, it may affect them. They may, live a life of guilt, fair enough. But they don't deserve to have that power over you. So you have to take that power back. Take the power back, take that authority back, and decide who you are and not what they've said about you, because it's been damaging and it's been hurtful, and it's not yours. You don't have to receive it. Fourthly, is to help someone else, encourage someone else, value someone else. This is my favorite one because this is something that I realized a couple of years ago. If I'm sitting down and I'm feeling down and I'm sitting in self-pity or wallowing in negative thoughts and watering negative thoughts, what I find that's been so helpful is to add value to someone else, is to encourage someone else, is to help someone else. One, because it distracts me from what I'm going through and to remind me that I'm not the only person that's going through something. Everyone else is going through something. So it takes a focus on just being so self-centered. And of course, this video is about self-love. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't care about yourself. Of course, care about yourself, validate your feelings, validate what you're going through, but don't stay there. The next step is to help someone else. When you help someone else, it's like a circle. When you help someone else and value someone else, then you are being of value. Then you are being of value. Because when you help someone else and they can acknowledge that, yes, what you did really helped me, everyone wins, right? So if we're all adding value to someone else, we're all winning. Everyone's feeling fulfilled, everyone is satisfied because everyone is doing what they're supposed to do, which is to add value to someone else, because my piece links with your piece and we're all building that big, nice picture, like I said in the beginning. And fifthly, the fifth tip is to choose to always do what is right. I know that's the boring one. That's the boring one, but always choose to do what is right. Let's not respond or act from a place of revenge or to get back. Always do what is right for yourself in the day, each day. Always do what is right. Eat healthily. Take care of yourself. Stay active. When we're doing what is right, this is only helping our psychological well-being, our emotional well-being, our mood, and our anxiety. You know, I've spoken about anxiety and mood in previous videos. If you can do these things to help yourself, this will help that anxiety. This will help that low mood. It will help to lift who you see yourself to be and your self-esteem. So start putting these 5 things into practice. Make a note of who you want to be. Journal down your dreams and aspirations. And when you're writing down your dreams and aspirations and the places you want to go, the person you want to be, remember to make note of the things that you would do if you knew you couldn't fail at it. Make those things down and make a plan towards how you get there. That is the journey that I'm on now, and let's do it together. Grow. I'm on a journey of growing into that person that I'm supposed to be. I'm only getting better day and day. I'm not getting worse. All I'm doing is I'm making mistakes, but I'm also learning ways that I shouldn't do, and I'm learning ways to discover. I'm learning new ways to discover. So my mistakes are only letting me know that, okay, that route or that strategy doesn't work for this, so I won't do that again. I'm going to try another way. So we need to have a positive outlook. Have that positive outlook. So just to round up, those are the 5 tips, is to guard your self-talk. So change your self-talk into positive things. Use the word of God as your foundation if that is your faith. Don't compare yourself, secondly. Thirdly, move past your limiting core beliefs. So what are your core beliefs? Change them. Fourthly, add value to someone else. And fifthly, always choose to do what is right, even if it doesn't feel right. Always do what is right, because you won't be left with shame and guilt. You will know that you're in a place where your heart is free, your heart is clear. When your heart is free, when your heart is clear, you see things better, you see things in a better perspective. So I hope that that's helped you. And by the time you see this video, I'll have a title. I don't know the title yet, but it will come to me. So thank you all for watching, and I hope it's blessed you. All right, bye.